So if we're going to talk about parkour, we got to talk about landing. Landing's important. In parkour, you do a lot of going up, but for every time you go up, you come back down. So let's talk about a basic frog landing. Ready? Here we go. So in a basic frog landing, there's a couple things you got to remember. Number one, you got to keep your heels off the ground. That's real important. Number two, you want your knees to come out to the side. And number three, you're using your arms to help cushion some of the impact. The heels stay up because they give you more flexibility. The knees go out so that your knees don't smack you in the face or in the chest. There's a lot of bad things that can happen from that. And the arms are there to keep you from rocking forward and landing on your face. They also help support your upper carriage and your neck to keep from giving you whiplash. This is what it looks like to the side. So I'm here, I come down, my back stays relatively straight, my eyes are shot out there, my hands are right here, my elbows are flexible, and I'm flexible, just like this. So basically what we're doing is we're going from a standing position to a squatting position, then back to a standing position. You want to try to land as quietly as possible. That helps soften the blow. You're trying to absorb with your quads and your calves. That's why we keep our heels up. And the absorption comes in through here and goes out like this. Now, this is a mistake that a lot of people make. A lot of people will let their body come down like that, and that's not good. Okay, we want to make sure that we keep our back relatively straight. We're bending at the knees. You can flex a little bit, not too much. And you can kind of let your head move a little bit, but you really want to keep your eyes right out here in front of you and your back relatively straight. Some people say fingers closed, some people say fingers open. I personally don't care. I like to use fingers open. You should use this landing anytime you drop from anything that is higher than your waist. Here we go. Okay. So here's something that a lot of people don't tell you on YouTube. You'll see these guys doing parkour and they're not teaching the hidden secret inside of the frog landing. The secret to a good, quiet frog landing is reaching your feet out to meet the ground, then letting your weight fall on top of it. So for example, you don't see airplanes just go and fall out of the sky. No, they ease their weight down, set their landing gear on top of the ground. Once they know their landing gear is securely there, then they set the weight of the airplane down on top of the landing gear. Otherwise, the landing gear would break. And it's the same with your legs. You want to make sure that you reach your feet out to meet the ground, then set your weight on top of it, because if you just fall on top of your feet, you're putting a tremendous amount of impact on your ankles, feet, and legs, which is obviously going to travel up into the body and thus makes the frog landing pointless. We want to make sure that we try to reach our feet out to meet the ground, then set our weight on top of it. It does take practice. You probably are not going to get it right out of the gates, but yeah, you got to try, you got to practice. So once again, I'm going to show you this frog landing. We're going to do it a couple of times, and I'll catch back up with you on the other side. So that's pretty much it for a frog landing. Just make sure that you remember these fine points. Heels up, knees bent, knees point to the outside when you land. You're absorbing through the quads and the calves. You're using your arms to absorb, and you are keeping your back straight and, you know, letting your neck flex a little bit, but not too much. We don't want whiplash. You also want to make sure that you are acting like a ball. A ball will expand or change its shape to absorb the impact, but then it will quickly return to its natural shape in order to dissipate the energy. We're the same. We got to remember that when we drop down and we squash down, then we push back up out of it. It's really important. Also, parkour is a moving sport, so it's designed for you to hit and go. So you want to make sure that you hit, return to your original shape, and then go. Good luck with this move. It's pretty simple. You really need to practice it a lot. My suggestion, if you're trying parkour, practice this like 20-30 times a day. You'll get great quads and great calves. If you like this move, come back and I'll teach you something new next time.